JP Morosi live and in person on the Inside Corner. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Yesterday, you gave us your season predictions. We are still all recovering from them. Among them, you said the Reds would win the Central. We've all, and I speak for all of us, we've all kind of fallen in love with this team. Tell me why. Why have you?
Well, Lauren, good afternoon here from Cincinnati. Let's hope the Reds recover from that prediction by the end of the season and prove me right for once. I would love that. I really think, Lauren, a lot of the conversation involves the pitching staff. And Kurt Casale, their catcher actually here on opening day today, catching Sonny Gray, was asked recently about our own Anthony Castrovince ranking the Reds as having the third best rotation in baseball. And Kurt's response was, I think that's low, as in it should be second or maybe even first in the major leagues. And Sonny Gray, a huge reason why, an emotional start for Sonny Gray here in Cincinnati on opening day. The Reds were the favorite team of his late father. Sonny Gray's father brought him his very first major league game here at this stadium, and now he starts on opening day in front of a rejuvenated lineup. Mike Moustakas in the lineup today, Nick Castellanos in the lineup today as well. Joey Votto is here, Eugenio Suarez with the 49 home runs that he has hit at third base. So this is a stacked lineup with one of the most brilliant pitching staffs in the game. Lauren, I really believe they'll actually prove me right this year.
I love that note about Sonny Gray. I didn't realize that, JP. Good stuff. You're in Cincinnati, then you head to St. Louis for our showcase game at Busch Stadium, where you will have your eyes on Yadier Molina, as we always do, but for a different reason. What's at the top of that list?
Lauren, he's making history on his way to Cooperstown. Yadier Molina tonight will start for the 16th consecutive year behind the plate for the Cardinals on opening day. That breaks the record he has shared with Bill Dickey of the Yankees for the most consecutive starts on opening day at that position for any one team. Yadier Molina, 38 years young, and this is not the final season for him, he believes. Consider the history that he has lived in St. Louis as well, Lauren. He already has the all-time franchise record for most consecutive opening day starts at any position. He broke a record that was once held by Lou Brock, and there have been 11 different opening day right fielders in Yadier Molina's time as the opening day catcher, all the way from Larry Walker, who's now in the Hall of Fame, to Dexter Fowler here in recent years. Simply remarkable. In fact, the last opening day catcher for the Cardinals before Yadi, Mike Matheny, his former manager in St. Louis back in 2004.
It's incredible. That list is incredible. I covered Yadi and the Cardinals last postseason, and the crowd was screaming his name. And I said, what does it mean to you? And he just lost it. Tears of joy. They mean a lot to him, that fan base, that's for sure. We're seeing all these home openers, and now we have more clarity about where the Blue Jays will play. Tell us about Buffalo and the plans there, JP.
Yes, Lauren, just moments ago, the Blue Jays, in fact, releasing a statement confirming the news. They will play a majority, but not all, of their home games this year at Salem Field in Buffalo, New York. Now, the majority, that word is interesting because now that opens up the possibility, do the Blue Jays, if they're going to play a home-and-home series, for example, in a Major League stadium, do they just then stay there and flip to being the home team during those home portions of the game? So Buffalo, though, will be their home base. There had been some conversations with the Baltimore Orioles about sharing Camden Yards. But Lauren, I was told this morning that for that to happen, the Jays would have had to have constructed their own temporary clubhouse apart from where the Orioles would have been for the interest of public health and having their own space there. So that was not practical in this short amount of time. But now hopefully Buffalo can upgrade the lighting situation there, make those lights Major League caliber, because as D-Row pointed out, it's going to be a great yard for Vladdy Jr. and Bo Bichette and all those Blue Jays hitters to hit in here this season.
Everyone is ready for their home opener. We watched a few last night, and we heard from Commissioner Manfred about extended playoffs. Matty V and Alex Rodriguez talking with him. What are your thoughts on extended playoffs?
Lauren, I think it's a great fit for both the players and MLB, because eventually, from the player standpoint, and we'll see how much longer this goes into the future, maybe even additional years, if in fact that is the case, we know that teams get more aggressive in free agency and spending and moves when they get closer to the postseason. And when those odds of a berth to the postseason become greater for a team and improve, they're going to make more investments. And I also think in this unique year, Lauren, 60 games, expanded playoffs helps more teams, if they get off to a slower start, recover and get a fair representation of the best teams in the game as part of the postseason. And remember, you go back to 1981 and the strike-shortened season then, when you've got a dramatically shortened year, there is precedent to alter the playoff format here just as the season gets underway. So I think it is in keeping in precedent, and I think adds a lot of excitement. And now in 16 playoff cities here around the major leagues in 2020.
Well said. Let's go. I want to watch it right now.